We did India's first animated TV host for a game show called Kulja Simpson. So I'm the co-creator of Deepa Anoop. So it's an award-winning Netflix original. Deepa Anoop won 4 Kid Screen Awards in 2023. So I believe I'm the first Asian to win 4 Kid Screen Awards.
Namaste and welcome to Made for Media. It is brought to you by Indian Institute of Creative Skills, affiliated with NSDC Academy and powered by Media and Entertainment Skill Council. And today we have with us a brilliant gentleman who's the co-founder of Graffiti Studios and also the GC member of MESC and the chairman of FICCI AVGC XR Forum. So let's welcome Mr. Munjal Shroff. Thank you so much for taking out time and having this chat with us, sir.
Sure, thank you for having me.
So, Shroff sir, tell us what was your main reason for associating with MESC?
We recognized that there was a need for a very structured approach to education and skilling in the media and entertainment sector. So that sort of formed the rockbed of setting up MESC. And I think as we started, obviously, I think particularly media and entertainment education, had a lack of standards. So which is why we felt that it was important to start setting up standards. Secondly, I think there were a lot of institutes mushrooming up, trying to cash in on the animation and gaming and VFX hype. So we felt that there was perhaps a body required to sort of educate students as well as the parents and, to sort of inform them what the opportunity is, what kind of ecosystem is needed. And I think that's where one of the most, at least initial MESC's significant work was on defining national occupation standards, right? Which is job roles and what it means, what it means to be a cinematographer, what skills do you require, or if you're an animator, what skills do you require? And then there's obviously the qualifying packs or QPs. So what kind of QPs do you need to become an animator or to become, right? So I think it was basically setting up that entire ecosystem brick by brick. So we started with that whole thing that let's at least start defining these standards. So which is where the committee was formed, the governing council was formed. So I was part of that governing council. So right from literally hiring the CEOs, hiring the entire team, setting it up, setting a roadmap for them as to what work needs to happen and all of that. And I think I also spent time going around, at that point of time, looking at skilling ecosystems around the world. So there was a delegation that went to UK. So I was part of that delegation, studying the skilling ecosystem in UK. I've been in the space for so long. I've worked and created shows with a lot of international partners like, Disney, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, now obviously Netflix and Amazon. So I had a very strong network of professionals around the world, and then obviously spoke to them, said, hey, we are planning to set up something like this. And so I think a lot of people then at that point out came forth with connections and who we should be talking to, what institutions we should visit. So I think that sort of was the early days of MESC. And then
So you've been associated for a very long time now.
Yeah, right from the start.
Right from the start.
Yeah.
So you know about the baby of MESC, IICS.
Yes,
So
that's
how
our
does
latest venture.
education beyond books look like in IICS?
Yeah, I think, what happens is many times you need to sometimes, walk the talk. And I think IICS is exactly that. I think that you can be the standards body, you can tell people how things are done, but sometimes it's also important to show them how it's done.
Yeah.
So I think in that sense, IICS is that step in that direction to sort of, tell people that, look, this is how it's done. So I think it's going to be a lighthouse skilling institution.
Right.
And, there's a stellar group of people who are involved, industry professionals who are involved. So when that kind of caliber of people get involved, you can expect something really, really remarkable, a high quality institution,
Right.
Which is going forward.
Right. I would like to know your journey, what your journey has been in your profession. I would love to know about that. And so would our lovely listeners and audience.
So My journey started in '94. So I had finished my engineering in '94, and then I did a short course at a short workshop at Xavier's Institute of Communications on 3D animation.
Right.
And there I had the opportunity to listen to Mr. Ram Mohan, who is the father of animation in India.
Right.
And he had just finished, directing India's first animated feature, Ramayana.
Right.
And I was literally blown away, because here was this really sweet, simple man, but just bursting with creativity. I was just blown away with, at that point of time to direct a 90-minute animated feature film, which was being actually produced in Japan. All the creative work was happening in India, and all the actual animation production was happening in Japan, in Tokyo. It was quite remarkable, and that's when I realized that he's the one guru that I need to seek. And I had finished my engineering. I'd specialized in computer graphics, but I was actually looking for industry experience. So I went and met Ram Mohan sir, and he took me under his wings, and I joined one of his companies, which was back then called Computer Graffiti. And this was in 1995, Jan of 1995 is when I literally started my professional career. And there, because I came from the technology side, so I was working under one of the founders of Computer Graffiti, Ashish Khosla, who was India's first computer graphics programmer. So I had the phenomenal opportunity of being groomed by two of the brightest minds in the industry. So I had Ram Mohan sir, who was on the creative side, and I had Ashish Khosla, who was on the technology side. So Ashish was a IT whiz kid from Mumbai, and so he took me under his wings, and I started learning random band programming. And at that point of time, I was working with all the top advertising producers, directors. So I had the opportunity to work with Prahlad Kakkad, cinematographers like Anil Mehta, Kiran Devhans, Kailash Surendranath. I think literally the A-list of advertising industry, right? So kind of talent that I got exposed to and to work with. So I think my education happened amongst the best, and I think that was unbeatable. And obviously, as time went by, then Ram Mohan sir asked me to join the company, which was and Ashish, they both asked me to join the company, and I joined Graffiti, and then we formed a new company called Graffiti, and the Graffiti studio as it exists today. So yeah, that's my initiation.
So tell us about your projects that you have done.
So I think over the years, I think last 30 years, we've done a whole bunch of very interesting projects. I've created lots of shows. One of India's first shows to cross over into Bollywood was a series called Jai Bole To Jadoo, where we acquired the rights of the Jadoo character from Koi Mil Gaya, and we produced 26 half hours. So it was a 3D animated live action show, again, first of its kind in India. It was also Nickelodeon's first co-production in Asia. So we co-produced the show with Nickelodeon, and then in...
That's quite a popular show.
Yeah, so and then in 2004, Nick launched in India their Hindi channel with our show. So it was our flagship show. And that, it won a whole bunch of awards. It won Best Show, Best VFX, right? So, and it has literally established the Hindi channel for Nickelodeon. And then, in fact, even before that, we did India's first animated TV host for a game show called Khulja Sim Sim. So so there was a character of Genie that was created by us. Okay. So that used to co-host the show with Aman Verma. Aman Verma. Yeah. So he was so season 1 of Khulja Sim Sim has happened. It was extremely popular. And then our good friend Sanjeev Sharma, who was the producer from Optimistics, he reached out to us saying, "Ki yaar, kuch alag karna hai season 2 ke liye." So I said, why don't we have some masti? And we decided to create this fun character of a genie, which was designed by Ram Mohan sir. And then we created this character, which was the co-host of the show. It started as a hardly 30-40 second novelty on the show, but it became so hugely popular that then Star came back to us and said that, yeah, we want a lot more of this character because the show is rating in Southern India. So as in TV, if a show rates, that's gold. So, and their research pointed that this character is becoming very popular.
Right.
So literally from 30-40 seconds, we sort of almost hitting 3.5 minutes every episode. So
Right.
Huge. I mean, at a time when we used to take about 4 to 6 weeks to do a 30-second commercial, here we were delivering 7 minutes of animation every week.
Wow, amazing.
So that was sort of our initial. Obviously, the more two recent shows. One of my recent successes is a series, Netflix original called Deepa Anoop. So I'm the co-creator of Deepa Anoop. So it's an award-winning Netflix original. Deepa Anoop won 4 Kid Screen Awards in 2023.
Wow.
So we won Best New Show, Best Inclusivity, Best Music, and Best Voice. So I believe I'm the first Asian to win 4 Kid Screen Awards.
Excellent.
And so after Deepa Anoop, our latest one is a 52-part series called Bharat Hum, Krishtish Bhatevar Bharat Hum. It is India's largest multi-platform, multilingual show. So the show is based on the unsung heroes of Indian freedom struggle. So, and it premiered in October 23 across 190 countries in 19 languages. It's also the world's first show to premiere simultaneously on Netflix and Amazon. And it's also available on 28 Doordarshan channels.
Marvelous.
And we now also have a spin-off podcast and a radio series on over 300 plus radio stations across India.
Okay, wonderful. So one question I would like to ask you, okay, what are your long-term visions and plans? MASC के बारे में आपकी long-term vision या plans क्या हैं?
I think we have now reached a point where MESC needs to sort of metamorphose into MESC, what I would like to call as MESC 2.0. So the reason being that what we set out to do today with whatever MESC has done, I think we've pretty much codified all the job roles. We have also documented what the qualifying packs are. Right, so all these things have already happened, right? I think now we need to sort of up the game. So we also have MeCAT, which is the basically Media and Entertainment Common Admission Test, right? So there also again one of the things because when I suggested that we should have an entrance test, the idea was, at least in my mind when I was looking at this, was to look at how we have a common entrance test for an IIT. Right. So I said that there isn't something on those lines for in the media and entertainment side, right? So we already have MeCAT now. Now it's time for us to, basically look at rating all the institutions, the colleges. Any parent or any student today, let's say if he appears for a MeCAT, we know where the student stands, right? So let's say if there are 5 lakh students today appearing for MeCAT, we literally know where those 5 lakh students stands in terms of their ranking. Right? You rank the students, you rank the institutions, so you basically mesh the whole ecosystem.
Talking about ranking, so do you feel, because we are very sure that IICS will be the next IIT in creative skills?
We are talking about the creators economy, so I think we're going to need a lot more of IICS.
Yeah.
I think more institutions will be needed, right? So I think in that sense, I was part of the team which worked on the national policy for AVG CXR, and I had given a whole vision of Create in India. Right. So when I gave the Create in India vision, I said that that's the message to the world, that you come and create in India for the world. Right. So if that is our vision, and we were looking at that point of time having at least 20 lakh trained media and entertainment professionals, right? So if that's the appetite that we have, then we're going to need a whole lot of IICS. So I think in many ways the vision statement for IICS is to become the IIT. I think the idea is that you have to become an institution which is so well run, so well managed, right? That people would look up to you and say, yes, I want to become like that.
Correct, correct. Absolutely.
So it's almost like setting a template for others to follow.
Right. Okay, so let's come to a funny question.
Sure.
If your life was a Karan Johar movie, who would play the role of a jealous friend, your jealous best friend among Bollywood stars?
Among Bollywood stars?
Yeah.
Wow, okay, interesting. Maybe Abhishek Bachchan? Yeah, why not?
Okay, fine, Abhishek Bachchan. Okay, another one. What do you think these controversies in Bollywood, they make headlines and they impact the audience a lot, people a lot. People are actually, they follow Bollywood.
Right.
So, do you think the arrival of augmented reality and AI will impact this space?
I think eventually the human need to be entertained is always going to be constant, right? I think whether it's AI or whether it's immersive or whether these are all tools, right? Yes, I think what AI will do is in many ways disrupt that whole approach to production. Right. So as an audience, you really don't care how that content is produced, whether it's AI, whether it's immersive, right? I mean, you want to be entertained.
Right.
If you feel that ultimately if that content is produced using AI, okay. I think the larger question is for people who are working behind the camera, and now actually, frankly, even in front of the camera.
Right.
That what is their longevity or what is their role in this new world of AI?
Okay. So,
right? So and there is no easy answer to that question.
Correct. Okay. One last funny question. If you were to be stranded on a set forever, and which film would you choose to be stuck in?
Okay.
Which movie would you love to be stuck in if you were to be stuck in a set forever? English, Bollywood, Hollywood, which movie?
Two movies. One is Godfather, the other is Sholay.
Oh wow, two of my favorites. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Munjal, for taking out your precious time and coming for this chat out here. I would like you to say something inspiring, especially to the students, listening out there, our prospective IICians will be joining us.
Sure.
Some message to them.
Sure. My message to the new creators or the new talent that is stepping into this world of media and entertainment and in the new creators economy is the fact that, I think the key operative word is being creative. And I know that we are suddenly hit by the storm of AI, but I think let's also not forget that AI is leveraging the creativity of the past. So you will very quickly reach a point where you will be fatigued by AI or people will be fatigued by AI as we see now that, almost everybody can see an image and say, yes, this is AI generated.
Correct.
I think technology comes and goes. In my career of 30 years, I've seen so many transitions. When I started shooting, I was shooting on film, then we moved to U-matic, from U-matic to high band to beta to digibeta today, then HD, now we're shooting on 4K. So I think there are these technological cycles that come, and we as creative professionals have learned to adapt to these new waves. I also believe that AI is the most disruptive of the lot. But I think that's where the biggest opportunity lies, that any tool that disrupts at that level also gives you that kind of power to wield. So it's about how we choose to wield that power, and I think that is where IICS has a definitive role to play. That how do you mold, how do you groom, how do you, sort of help create the next generation of talent who can harness this new technology, who can harness new power.
Correct.
Leveraging their own creativity. I think that the demand for originality and creativity is going to be at a much, much higher premium in the age of AI, because you will be fatigued, you will be able to figure out that yes, this is all rehashed AI, right? So I think that's where I think IICS has its role, and I think And in a very similar way, MESC also has its role. That how do you adapt to this new world? So I would definitely say that IICS has its job cut out. And I think as people who are working on setting up this world-class institution, I think our roles are well cut out. That how do we create the next generation of professionals who are future-proof?
So this was Made for Media, and now we know that Bollywood is all about emotions, it's all about music, and it's all about madness, pagalpanti. So that is what Bollywood is all about. That's it from me, from Vandana Vadera, signing off from Made for Media.